Welcome along then to the magnificent Suzuka International Circuit, a stone's throw away from Ise Bay in the beautiful Japanese countryside. What surprises lie in wait for us today at the Japanese Grand Prix? A lap of this historic racetrack covers 3.6 miles. It's the only time during the season that we race on a figure-of-8 circuit. And the drivers can expect some intense G-forces through the 18 corners on offer here as they experience some of the highest average apex speeds on the Formula One calendar. Keep an eye out for overtakes into the final chicane. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Freeman lines up on pole position, and starting next to them is George Russell. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Hamilton, Norris, Perez, Oscar Piastri, Gasly, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Joe, Magnussen, Albon, Tsunoda, Hülkenberg, Bottas, Ricciardo and Logan Sargent. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head down trackside for today's race. Anthony Davidson joins me again for today's race. Let's talk about Freeman. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
It's been a really solid year so far. There have been some incredible standout performances, but what's really impressed me has been the consistency. With this kind of form, I'm expecting another great race today.
OK, we've got that relief of having points on the board finally, so let's keep that form up and get another top 10 finish today, please. OK, we're monitoring somewhere on the internal combustion engine. Be aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. Our gap behind is 6.6 seconds. We're approaching the pit window now and you're going to be on hards next time. Gap to your teammate behind is 16.6 seconds. box, box. We're coming in this lap. Is in for his stop. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Nice move, good job. As things stand, we're going to be leading the championship. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 29.5 seconds. They're on fresh softs. They're in 11th. Your last lap lap time was a 1 minute 39.3. Gap to your teammate behind is 29.4 seconds. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 32.2 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. They're in 11th. Time last lap was a 1:38.5. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Oh man, that's it! It's all over and you are the world champion! What a drive, what a season, well done!
Well, it's certainly been an incredible year for Formula One, and our drivers have all pushed themselves this season, making it one of the most compelling years of racing in history. There can only be one champion, however, and here they are now, our new Formula One World Drivers' Champion. That's a spectacular victory, and with it, the championship is secure. It's been a magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today. Well, Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today, but what set them apart from the rest?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
I can see them on their way out to the podium now. Aston Martin are really making waves in this sport. And what a special race this was to see them earn that top spot. Let's see how the driver standings have changed. And this also means there's no catching our leader anymore. And we crown a new World Drivers' Champion. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
I have to give it to Freeman.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Aston Martin move up to the top of the standings. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.